Today we are going to discuss about a very interesting topic, that is how fit we are. First of all, I would know from you how fit you are. Amir, how fit are you?
I don't know, maybe average, not
Look,
very fit.
nowadays, according to this situation, I know that it is so difficult to do different exercises to keep your body fit, but in general, how fit are you?
Do you mean how much exercise do I do?
Yes, exercises, but eating in a healthy way too, because both of them are related.
I try to do exercises every day, even though it's harder with the isolation.
Yes,
As for eating healthy food, I try to eat healthy food, but I don't focus very much on what I eat.
but
I
what
do
does
not.
a fit, well done, Amir. What does a fit person mean? Amari?
I think a fit person means a person who eats in a healthy way every day and does exercise to keep the body on shape.
Well done. So today we are going to discuss about keeping fit. Keeping fit means to do different exercises and to consume the proper type of food every day. A fit person is able to do moderate exercises easily without getting too tired so quickly. So for most of us, we need to do a different or simple activities every day so that we need energy for these activities. But for professional players, such as a football player, tennis player, it doesn't matter, for professional players, they need to be fit enough to support a match that maybe can last 2, 4, 5 hours, it doesn't matter. So they need to be fit enough to support the match. But how could they be fit enough? First, before starting discussing with how could we be fit, we need to know what happened to our body when we exercise. Do you remember what happened to your body when you exercise or when you are playing? Kitty?
Your muscles and everything in your body is in motion.
So especially our muscles need energy, because muscles, you know, that they are made by cells that support the movement. They help the bones to move in different directions. So muscle cells are rich in mitochondria. What does that mean? That, Davy, that the muscle cells are rich in mitochondria?
Because they need to perform movements and exercises with energy.
Well done.
Without the
So,
energy, they can not perform anything.
well done. So when you are exercising, your muscles need energy. The energy, you know, it is produced by performing the cellular respiration at the mitochondria. More mitochondria means that more cellular respiration in higher quality is produced too. Okay, except muscles, what happened to your body when you are exercising?
The heartbeat.
The heart pumps blood, or the heartbeat is on a higher level. Why the heart pumps quickly the blood?
Because we need blood.
Why the heart pumps blood quickly? Annie?
Because the pressure is greater when it is, or the work or the exercise makes the blood to move more faster.
Yes, they are connected to each other, but why the heart must pump the blood so quickly?
So it increases the amount of
because-
oxygen.
Kitty?
So it increases the amount of oxygen.
Yes, that's right. Can increase the amount of oxygen, but I know that the oxygen comes from outside. How could the blood be related to the oxygen? Amir, you raised your hand?
Yes, because the body needs more energy and more food than oxygen, and that's why the blood needs to transport it faster.
Excellent. You're right. So in this moment, especially your muscles needs enough food and enough oxygen. But how can blood transport food and how can blood transport oxygen? I know that blood is just a simple liquid that travels all around your body. How could the blood be fulfilled with the food, first of all? Which is the source of the food inside of your body? Where does the blood get the food?
At small intestine.
Well done, Annie. So by consuming different types of food, you digest them, and in the small intestine, absorption occurs. The small intestine is surrounded by a lot of capillaries, and exactly in the level of capillaries, the exchange of food occurs. So the blood is able to pick up the smallest nutrients and then to transport them wherever your body needs. In this case, the blood is going to transport higher quality of food at your muscle cells, because right now your muscle cells needs glucose, especially to perform the aerobic respiration, so to perform the cellular respiration. Despite the glucose, the muscles to perform aerobic respiration needs oxygen. Who's going to explain how can oxygen reach to your muscle cells?
Diffusion, teacher?
Yes, by diffusion, but please step by step from outside, because you know that plants are able to produce or to release out the oxygen during the photosynthesis, and then human and animals too are able to take it inside of their body through inhalation. Now, step by step, what happened to your body? What happened to the oxygen inside of your body?
Can I say it?
Yes.
So we inhale the oxygen and it goes into our blood through the air sacs, and it goes to the arteries and it goes to the organs. The blood is transported to the organs, and when it reaches the organs, it uses diffusion to go into the tissues or the muscle cells.
Well done. So by using your organs of respiratory system, you can get in the oxygen exactly in the alveoli or in the air sac. The exchange of gases occur. Alveoli, you know that they are the smallest unit of lungs, surrounded by a lot of capillaries. Capillaries make the exchange of gases by using the diffusion, and so that the oxygen travels from the lungs to the blood and then through the bloodstream that travel all around your body. Cleity, do you remember which are the blood cells responsible for transportation of oxygen?
Red blood cells.
Well done. Where are these red blood cells produced?
The red bone marrow.
Red bone marrow are produced, the red blood cells that are responsible for transportation of oxygen. How could a red blood cell be able to transport the oxygen?
By hemoglobin.
What is hemoglobin?
It's a substance. It's a substance inside our red blood cells, which makes the red blood cell have it red color, and it can also pick up oxygen and carry it around.
Well done, Tanya. Do you want to add something else? What type
Yes,
of substance is the hemoglobin?
I was going to say that is a protein that is iron.
Well done, it is the protein. And you must know that the red blood cells is the lack of nucleus, which is the reason.
Because the hemoglobin substitutes the nucleus.
Well done, especially the molecule of iron. Okay, so it means that by using the bloodstream, your muscle cells are fulfilled with enough oxygen and glucose. By using or combining these two substances, our muscle cells produce ATP, or the energy, produce water and carbon dioxide too. The carbon dioxide is a gas and it is released out by diffusion and by using bloodstream and even the organs of respiratory system. Even the water is going to be used, and the amount of the water that you do not need, you are going to release it out. But what happened to the ATP? What happened to the ATP? Annie?
I think it is converted into another, how can I say?
ATP is the energy. What happened to the energy?
It is transformed to glucose plus oxygen. Or not?
The energy right now is produced so that you just use it, your muscles just use it, and you are fit enough to support a match, maybe to support a hard exercise. So in this way you could be fit enough to support different exercises. Okay, let's suppose, or let's discuss about a tennis player. Who's gonna explain how can a tennis player support a match? Amir? I don't know, something happened with my internet, I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem, teacher.
So, what happened, or how could a tennis player be fit enough to support the match?
Maybe he should find out to play tennis, what are the most important things? For example, agility, or I don't know. He first needs to find out what are the muscles that need to be trained the most to be good in tennis.
So muscles of its arm, because a tennis player will use what?
Yeah, and then he
use its arm. So
needs to train then these specific muscles, because different sports have different training routines.
Yes.
Tennis has a different routine, football has a different routine, and then he should exercise regularly and eat healthy.
Okay, let's have a moment here, please. Eating healthy, it means that both of them doing different exercises and eating in a healthy way are closely connected to each other, because both of them supports your body with the important components that you need to support different activities. But what do you mean to eat in a proper way, in a healthy way? Do you remember we have discussed in the class about the diet and the balanced diet? So every day we should have a balanced diet. Tanya, what does it mean?
I think that it means we should eat more proteins if you want to get muscle, because proteins help with to be more active.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we shouldn't eat too much of one example of food. We should eat every food, but in a small amount.
So we should consume every food, but in a small amount. Okay, Katie, your opinion?
Yeah, it means to have the diet that gives your body all the nutrients that it needs to function properly.
Well done. So every day we need to consume the proper type of nutrient and the proper amount of nutrient. Every day you need to consume carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, because they support your body or fuel your body with energy, which is the primary source of energy. Which type of nutrient?
Carbohydrate.
Well done, Annie. Carbohydrates. So every day you need to consume all types of nutrients, even the fibers, the water too are so important. Do you remember why carbohydrates are important for your body?
Because they're the primary source of energy.
Uh-huh.
And they have the have the highest amount of calories.
So the carbohydrates needs to supply your body with the proper amount of your daily calories. But what should I consume to get the proper type of carbohydrates? What type of food?
Bread, cereal, sweets, sugar contains or is made up of carbohydrate.
Yes, they are rich in carbohydrates. But please, you should focus on eating the proper or the complex carbohydrate. So you should consume every day fruits, vegetables, beans, the whole grain too, because they are rich in carbohydrates. And this type or this proper type of carbohydrate can fuel your body for a longer time, and so that you can be fit enough to support a hard activity. Except the carbohydrates, you need to consume the proper type of proteins too. Why proteins are important? Because yes, Enya?
Because they're used to create the cell membrane.
They are part of the cell membrane. They play an important role for the cell membrane in transportation of substances through the cell membrane, but in general, proteins helps your body to grow up and to maintain the proper structures to work in a proper way. Except maintaining and growing, the proteins are involved in the repairing of new cells. What about fats? I mentioned that we need to consume fats every day, but in a moderate. What type of fats? So there are two types of fats: fats that come from plants and fats that comes from animals. Fats that comes from animals are known as insoluble fats, and fats that comes from plants are known as soluble fats. I'm sorry. What type of fats should I consume to be fit enough?
Avocado.
Yes, well done, Kitty. It is rich in soluble fat or the proper type of fat. So by consuming these three types of nutrients, we can be fit enough and to support different activities. Even these activities are hard enough. Okay, what about fibers? I know that fibers cannot support our body with energy, but they are so important to be consumed. Why?
Because they help the body growing and they can move out of the body the food that we don't need.
So fibers are easily digested. Even the minerals are another type of nutrients that we need to consume, despite they do not support or fuel our body with energy. So let's summarize again. to be fit enough, we need to consume the proper type of nutrients and the proper amount of them. And so that to be easily digested inside of your body and to fulfill or to fuel your body with longer term energy. Despite the food, you need to be care or to take care of exercises. So every day you need to do different exercises, and so that your muscles are able to perform aerobic respiration, and then the more energy is produced. Do you remember what happened to your body, or especially to your muscle cells, when you are exercising and you do not have enough oxygen inside of your body?
Teacher?
Yes, Anya?
When when we're doing exercises and the body is at a rate which it has a lack of oxygen, the body resorts to performing anaerobic respiration, which instead of using oxygen to be able to create ATP, it is performed in the it is performed during the lack of oxygen, and it produces either ethanol, a type of alcohol, and carbon dioxide, or what we produce since we are humans, which is a byproduct known as lactic acid, which as it builds up, it creates muscle cranks.
Well done. So, Andrea, do you want to add something? Yes.
No, I think you said everything.
Teacher.
Okay, Anya was right. So in the lack of or in the mispresence of the oxygen, your muscles start to perform anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration means that your cells perform respiration without oxygen, but at the end they produce a final product that is the lactic acid. Lactic acid, the building up of lactic acid, causes the muscle cramps and you feel so tired. By producing lactic acid, you are not able to support an activity. It doesn't matter if it is an easy activity or a hard activity. So this is the reason why your heart pumps blood quickly to support your muscle with enough food and enough oxygen too. Okay, what about persons that are overweight? What happens to them? It means that these persons that are overweight means that they have extra mass of their body.
They have a lot of stored weight.
Please, can you repeat it again?
They have a lot of stored weight, like stored energy in their
fat.
So they have more fats deposited inside beneath their skin too. But do these persons need more energy?
No.
Yeah.
No, they need to release it.
No, to perform different activities, yes, they need, but
they need to support their body weight.
Yes.
They need to support their body weight, so it means that they need energy.
Yeah.
But could their heart pumps more blood that they need?
No.
No, of course. So it is more difficult for these persons to support their body, to support the extra mass of their body, because the heart cannot pump or cannot supply the cells with enough oxygen and enough glucose too. So for this reason, we need to be fit enough to support different activities, especially nowadays that you are staying at homes. Maybe we are eating all the time, but we need to take care of it, because we said that we need to consume the proper type of food and the proper amount of it. Also, we need to do different activities. Okay, do you have any question about keeping fit?
No.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, according that it is clear, who's going to summarize what happened to our body when we do different activities? Katie?
So our blood pressure is higher, a heart pumps more oxygen because our body needs more of it. And our muscles are in movement, and we are in an active state.
What does active state, Katie?
Which means that we are having constant movement.
And so that your heart must pump quickly to support your body with oxygen and glucose. Oxygen and glucose are important components because they are needed to perform the aerobic respiration, especially to produce the enough energy, and then your body can support different activities. Well done.